Only bad boys approach modern women. TikToks.
Every time I see a woman I want to talk to, my first thought is, do they really want to be approached?
I feel like what's so hard about dating in our modern world is that all the nice, like, respectable men don't want to bother us, and so they never talk to us in person, and all the jerks don't give a shit, and they're
Okay, let me stop her there. She's kind of giving away a bit too much. Now, this is an obvious point. A point that many of us as men know. Even the supposed bad boys, the men that women say, oh, he's such a bad boy.
You crazy girl.
Yeah, really? Really? You mean he's traumatized, crazy, and slightly broken?
Bruh.
Oh, but to you, those qualities are, yeah, he's a bad boy. Yeah, that's cute.
My circuits are wet.
Yeah, sure.
Suck it.
But as men, we know this. We know he's broken. You find that attractive, that just means there's probably something wrong with you as well.
the ones who approach us, so then we're like, stop approaching us, and all the nice guys are like, okay, we won't, and it's just an endless, miserable cycle.
Some women talk BS because some women have only ever dated these supposed bad boys because they're the only men that have ever approached them or been brave enough to approach them. So on one hand, you can say, well, if these are the only men that approach some women, why would you wonder why that's the level of men some women understand? And I will say, yes, I agree, I understand, whatever, sure. However, this does work against a lot of women because it's like if you've never approached a man in your life as a woman, the ick. The only men they see as men are the men that would approach him because men that wouldn't approach him, well, he's not a real man.
Proper bullshit.
All the nice, like, respectable men don't want to bother.
This video prompted a lot of really interesting conversations around cis-het gender dynamics. Basically, a lot of the men in the comments are like, women should approach more.
Agreed. I've made many videos on this topic that modern women should approach more, but it's not going to happen.
My dog stepped on a bee.
And if it does, it won't happen in the way men would want it to happen.
This is like one of the very rare times where I actually agree. I think it would be helpful to everyone across the gender spectrum if we got rid of this whole this person does the pursuing and this person is the one that's pursued dynamic. Like, imagine if there was no expectation that you're waiting on someone to come up to you. I think that people would feel more empowered and like have a sense of agency if they took initiative more, to, especially women, even though it's hard with rejection, I like to think about it like this too. There's a lot of power in choosing your partner instead of waiting to be chosen. That gives you a lot more agency to be like, oh, I find this person attractive. I am going to choose to express interest, whatever, right? This even applies for queer relationships. For example, I feel like a lot of femme bisexual women have trouble knowing how to pursue.
What?
Okay.
A lot of comments on TikTok where people are like, oh, I don't know how to flirt with women. I don't know how to date women. They're just so intimidating, la 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 la, right?
Wow. But it is interesting to know that a lot of women are struggling in the same way when it comes to trying to date women.
Yes, I agree, but women don't typically approach men, and here's why.
Why you should stop waiting for her to approach you. Okay, interesting. Here's a woman explaining why. And to some degree, I agree with her, but why women don't, or shouldn't, or can't approach men. Yeah, whatever.
Obviously, things would be so much easier if women approach men, but they typically don't. So instead of blaming the heavens above, search down the rabbit hole and ask yourself why that might be. Biologically speaking, men and women, when it comes to desire, start from a different place. Men are simple. They know what they like. When they see something they want, they go for it.
Yeah, we're not simple. It's called logic. We don't wrap emotions around everything.
Just like a woman.
Emotions can grow, but it's not immediate emotions. It's more logic, not simplicity.
They can more or less tell if they want to pursue a woman just by looking at her. The reason why the majority of women don't approach and aren't likely going to start is because when it comes to desire, women do not start from that same place. Instead, we often start from a place of neutrality. When it comes to intimate desire, we start from a place of, I don't know if I want him, but we are also starting from openness to be persuaded either way.
Exactly, and that's why a dude that doesn't care, that doesn't give a damn about her feelings and is neglectful of her feelings, that will not care about her time, energy, and space. Of course, men like that can come in her life and impose themselves in her life, dominate her life, and that openness. Now this is so obvious. This is why men think women are simple. This is why we think women are simple. And that openness just means you've given him room to be that arrogant dickhead in your life, which sadly a lot of women structure themselves around. And need. and like.
It's not some fluke that men have always been the pursuers. There's biological reason for it. So perhaps the quicker you stop waiting for women to experience this massive imaginary biological shift,
Never gonna
the
happen.
quicker you'll stop making excuses and learn how to win with what you got.
Silence!
It's men learning to evolve in this modern dating pool. You see, the point is, men that don't care become F-boys and players.
City boy!
That's easy. It's like, you know what? I just don't care anymore. I'm just going to bang through these women. I really don't care anymore. Hence your F-boys, players, city boys.
Challenge accepted.
All day long. The sad reality is some men actually care too much to not actually want to hurt or traumatize another human being.
Nope.
Sadly enough, that would make some men not do a lot of things.
Why?
Why?